I am Chris Brony, and I am a teacher. I'm educated, and I'm still learning. In order to be a teacher, I have to have a bachelor's degree, and in the state of Indiana, I could earn a bachelor's degree either in early childhood or in middle childhood. And many teachers have expertise in both of these areas. So I have a 4-year Bachelor of Education. In addition to that, I've been teaching for a long time, and I have earned my Master's of Education, which was 2 additional years of schooling. All of this paid for out of my own pocket because I believe in the job that I do. Ultimately, my goal as a learner is to get my PhD. It is my goal as a teacher to show my students what it means to be a good student as well as a good teacher. The reason I went into teaching is, like so many others in my field, I love to work with children, and I look for the best in each of my students. Part of my job every day is to find where students are, figure out what they're good at, what they already know, and to make sure that they have the ability to go from that place forward into their roles. That takes engaging energy. And any of you who are parents know that children are full of energy. The 5th graders that I work with are like the sun in terms of the power that they have. And trying to keep them in a desk at doing worksheets would be a mistake. So good teachers have them up, moving around, and we engage them in a way that uses that energy in a positive force. Part of being a teacher is to set goals for my students, but it is also to teach them as future adults to set goals for themselves and to teach them how to break those big goals into steps and to learn to achieve those goals one piece at a time rather than looking at the overwhelming problems and saying, I can't do it, which is most of our inclinations originally. So as a teacher, my job is to teach them to look to the future and decide what they want. With that in mind, I touch the future every day. I'm the one who is teaching our future president. I'm the one who is teaching the people that will set up space stations, who will travel to new planets, who will learn to live under the oceans and do the amazing things that we can't even fathom. But part of that is me still learning. Not only do I have to take the skills and content from the past, my students need to know how to write and to do math, the same thing that people have been doing for generations. I'm also, because I'm an American, teaching skills for democracy. I want my students to be consumers of knowledge. I want them to understand that for any given task that they have, they need to know what the facts are. They need to know how to do research. They need to know when they have believable sources and when those sources are not reliable. Those skills we need in our democracy because we need to know what the truth is. And then we need to be able to be voting, active citizens. And I want my students to understand their role in that. Ultimately, as part of being a learner, I have to stay up on technology. At this point, you can imagine my students are very much better at texting than I am. But nonetheless, part of my job as an educator is to be aware of what's happening and to know how those innovations are changing the future and to incorporate them in my classroom. Many years ago, this would have been an editorial. At this point, it's a video because this is the best way that I can reach teachers. I am not alone. I am one of a dedicated profession. We've been much maligned in the media, but I feel like it's time for us to speak out. We do our job because we love the future and we see the possibilities in it.